Hey y'all, hey, let's get into this intuitive reading, this intuitive message for Corey Pritchett. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot and sometimes it's not. You have to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're always here, welcome back, friend. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Okay, so let's just get right into it. Spirit is acknowledging that this was a bromance more than a romance, okay? A lot of water here, acknowledging that this is emotional and or could be a water sign. That this affects the heart chakra, has a lot of solar plexus energy and a lot of sacral energy. So the fire in the belly, but also that sexual energy. And we do see the intuition up there. Just acknowledging like his third eye is open and he was aware of some things, but maybe he just wasn't listening to his intuition, okay? But it was there and it is active. Spirit is also acknowledging that this is more like a twin flame, a mirror match. He's supposed to, so that he can take accountability and responsibility. He needs to see his reflection so he can take accountability and responsibility for, you know, his actions. Okay. But Spirit is also acknowledging in the middle of the deck. Oh, Spirit is also acknowledging, before I get ahead of myself, that there's being communicated upon the sexual energy, sacral energy. It's emotional, but Spirit is acknowledging that this bromance, not a romance, a bromance, has something to do with Georgia. But there's energy of kindness, tender care, charm, beauty, flirtation, delicious experience. But this energy is also luring. It's luring him into this emotional abyss of which he cannot swim. And he drowns in their emotions. It's hankering, a temptation, adder, intimacy, proposal, and a message of love. Okay, so let's get down to the nitty gritty. Corey, current energy towards Carmen. Thank you, Spirit. I feel like something flipped over. What y'all think? I could have swore. It feels like... No? What? Am I tripping? I guess so, you guys. Seen it here first. Corey, current energy towards Carmen. He's trying to put his boats into the water in regards to her energy. He's trying to figure out which way to go. Following bliss and money, passion projects. He's also acknowledging that she is getting off on his situation, him feeling a little jumbled and juggled, him feeling like, which way do I go? Which way do I go? But this is also layered energy. He looks at her the exact same way. That just deals my pickle. It's almost like, you know, shot for shot. Okay. But there's this energy of total content. It's a yes, success, wishes granted, mastery, joyous resolution. There's also this energy in the middle of the deck that he feels like she pounced on him for fame. Like, he feels like her heart chakra isn't involved. This is a lot of emotional energy, also sacral energy, that sexual energy. But he feels like this was what she wanted to do, was required and inspired energy. Now is the time. So she pounced on him, and it feels like it was unbeknownst to him at a moment of when he was weak. He just didn't know. And this is the pot calling the kettle black on the bottom of the deck, just letting me know that there's a lot of protection, blame, introspection is needed. Hindsight is 20/20 when it comes to him and Carmen. Now Corey's energy towards Maddie. I did a reading on him. So there's this energy of him. She's playing with your top. Not my business, not my problem. She's into the brouhaha. Not my business, not my problem. But there's this energy of him feeling very chaotic. And Spirit said, pay attention to what happens to him as he's around her. Pay attention to what is transpiring in his energy field. Pay attention to how he moves and how he responds while she is in his energy field. Not my business, not my problem. But there's this energy that is affecting the heart chakra. And he needs to get grounded. That he's running around like a chicken with his head cut off. Very overwhelmed, frenzy, deadline, stress, chaos, refocus, and redo for best results. There's an energy of the pot calling the kettle black. Even with her energy, it is being communicated upon. I believe we all have our ancestral team around us. And so when I see black, it just makes me feel just like that. But there's an energy of hypocrisy, projection, similarity, blame, introspection is needed. Hindsight is 20/20. There's also this energy of him feeling like the grass is greener over here, but in all actuality, it's not with her. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. This is him over here eating the grass over here because he thinks it's greener, but it's keeping him away from his purpose, his home, his resilience, and his strength. There was monotony here, small-mindedness, branch out and move on. Novelty is needed. What's the energy when it comes to Corey? Thank you. All right, so Spirit is acknowledging he's reflecting upon this ego that got in between this relationship. Spirit is acknowledging that he's focused on his money, but his ego is getting in between his money, and that he is clout hungry, says anything, does anything, makes shit up, and is dramatic. Okay? Not my business, not my problem. What's the energy when it comes to Corey? Balancing act is in reverse. Okay, so there's this energy that this is a time when it's important to address the areas of your life where there is discord. Are you fixated on getting your own way? Are you obsessed with one thing, neglecting essential matters that require your attention? Taking your own inventory is a necessary step forward toward rebalancing your life, and it's the only way to reach an equitable solution. Adjust yourself to the conditions of your environment that you have no control over, and balance will come much more easily. If there is to be fairness, it must come from you. So if you want balance, you got to bring it. You got to do it. If you want fairness, you got to bring it. You got to do it. Because the way that you're moving right now is an energy of you being fixated on only getting your way, and that's not balance. Not my business. All right, Corey and Carmen. How does Corey feel about Carmen? Current energy. Thank you. Dead peacocks. Death to pride, death to ego, death to something that was once beautiful. He had a gut feeling that this was going to happen when it comes to her. And that was his wife, or that is his wife. But on the bottom of the deck, there's an energy of he's a jack of all trades. He got a girl on this hand and a girl on that hand. And in the middle of the deck, there was a time stamp on this relationship. And it's, anyway, ancestors were intervening. This is just not your person. This is a star-crossed lover, karmic debt. Ashe to the ancestors. Ashe to the universe. How does Corey move in love and light? Oh, Spirit said heal your inner child. It's time for him to do some deeper soul searching, to deep dive into his childhood, into his areas of hurt. It's time for him to take care of his inner child. It's time for him to do some shadow work, reparenting, taking care of the essential needs. This card calls on you to address early childhood wounds and abandonment issues. Learn to self-soothe, comfort, and delight yourself the way you wish you could have been comforted by caretakers of the past. You are your parent now. Treat yourself with the tenderness of a small child. Ashe. And Corey, current energy. Thank you. Holding on to the past because there's a fear of change and negative patterns with the death card in reverse. You won't release the past, and so the past has you in a choke hold. Let it go. Spirit is saying subconsciously he won't release the past because there was money here. There's equality here. There's investors. There's gifts. There's gratitude, and so he doesn't want to lose that in releasing the past. Spirit is acknowledging in the middle of the deck he has some new ideas, some new plans. He's focusing on mental clarity, communication, and trying to make the right decision because he doesn't want to let go. What is his biggest obstacle? I read biggest obstacle in reverse. All right. A weak leader is an obstacle. Domineering is an obstacle. Being forceful is an obstacle with the King of Wands in reverse. With the Emperor in reverse, abuse of power is an obstacle. Poor planning is an obstacle. And a lack of a father figure is an obstacle. With the Six of Swords in reverse, nowhere to go is an obstacle. Delay is an obstacle. And returning home is an obstacle. What's next for Corey? The Fool, having to start over, beginning a journey, getting on a new path, just starting over. I do see a baby there. Interesting. And this is with a supportive lover, starting over with a supportive lover. Queen of Cups. She's shy, feminine, pretty, daydreaming, but emotional. Spirit said again, here you go, holding on to the past. Fear of change. This is what's next. Negative patterns, because you will not get out of that cycle, because you kind of like it here. There's something that gives you validation. Spirit has already acknowledged that you like the rewards, the gifts, and the money that comes with this lifestyle. And so you just keep looping and looping and looping. You don't want to get off the ride. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Now we sit back and let the universe do what the universe does.